Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ollie here from CryptoVest.com. It is the 12th of December today, and we're going to be looking at basic attention token trading against Bitcoin over one-day candles. We had a look at this asset last month, just after it was announced that Coinbase Pro will be listing it on its platform. And as you can see, it had this sort of huge run-up. We hit a Q4 high at 6,000 sats, and then the asset started to unravel as the hype died down. We fell out of this kind of main range here, this sort of green area, and we really struggled to enter back into it. And then on the 28th of November, we were able to sort of spike back in. And then very recently, we re-established this as a strong support. Yesterday, news came out that the new HTC blockchain phone will be using Brave as its default web browser. And obviously, that would be a very big mainstream adoption case for the Brave browser and getting people to use it. And interestingly, a few weeks ago, the Brave browser also announced that it has recently completed a closer integration with Google's open source Chromium software to basically make it easier for people to switch across from Chrome and use Brave instead. And obviously, Chrome is at the moment the sort of dominant web browser that everybody uses. So it's it makes a lot of sense for those guys to try and pull people away and use a more blockchain and crypto-centric web browser. So yeah, really promising things for adoption. And obviously, you can see it's had a positive effect on the price. A little bit of a late surgence of bullish support as the news came out yesterday, but as you can see today, we're testing this downtrending resistance for the third time. And as you can see, we've also established a very strong support recently. It's this sort of uptrending level that started all the way back on the 17th of September. We sort of picked up again on the 12th of October, and then very recently on the 6th of December, so last week, we kind of found support here after that sort of sudden crash, and then bulls were able to launch back into the current range. So a very key support level, and it's kind of this sort of bullish pennant that we've got going on right now, and so it's all looking pretty good. If we look at the one-day indicators as well, you can see that bullish momentum is looking pretty promising, although we are struggling. You can see there's a bit of a wick above the current candle as people struggle to kind of break through this resistance at the short term, but overall looking pretty good. The RSI is starting to spike. It's beyond the middle of the channel now. We're at around 54% and looking pretty good. On the Chaikin money flow indicator, you can see that although we had a brief dip in buying pressure recently, it started to pick back up again, and we're still very high above the zero line, so it's all looking pretty good there. And on the MACD indicator, interestingly, we just have the very early signs of a bullish convergence between the 12 MA and the 26 MA here, and you also can see a very small buying candle appearing on the histogram. So this is a very, very early sign of bullish momentum building, which is particularly good. If we look at the 4-hour candles as well, you can see that this is a very similar case over a closer time period. So the RSI is spiking high. On the Chaikin money flow indicator, you can see we're spiking high above the zero line. And on the MACD indicator, we have a much stronger bullish convergence going on right now. So yeah, looking pretty good. And even over 2 hours, I think this is the same story. Yeah, exactly. So it's exactly the same over 2 hours. So across a broad range of time frames, we can see that this asset is performing very, very well at the moment. So it's looking like we'll probably break through this downtrending resistance soon, and from there, our first sort of major test will be the 4,236 sats mark, the sort of upper resistance of this main range. And then from there, if we can break through there, and if sentiment remains strong, we will probably run into the second main resistance of 4,410 sats, which was obviously the strong resistance that held us down during the second test of this downtrending resistance, and it also held us back on the 24th of October. So this is a very key area, and then sort of the sort of biggest target we have to overcome in the short term will be this 4,746 sats mark, which was a key resisting area, particularly over the sort of start of November here. So yeah, that will be our kind of top bull range target for this particular asset. But in the short term, we'll be looking at just beating these three resistances before going on from there. So yeah, overall looking very, very promising. But yeah, please let me know if you guys are bullish or bearish for this particular asset. Drop me a comment in the section below. Please check out the full tea at CryptoVest.com and like and subscribe to this channel, guys. Thank you.